The 2017 SAG Awards happened over the weekend, and many of the acceptance speeches turned out to be very political, and there were a lot of very strong statements made against Donald Trump's travel ban of Muslim-majority countries. Now, the awards opened with Ashton Kutcher welcoming viewers and everyone in airports that belong in my America. He added, "You are a part of the fabric of who we are, and we love you, and we welcome you." Something that I didn't know, actually, is that Mila Kunis, who's with Ashton Kutcher, that's his wife, was a refugee due to the Cold War. Yeah, I had no idea. So this is an issue that he feels very strongly about, and he, made some very strong comments about it on social media as well. But I mean, can you imagine if we banned people like Mila Kunis from coming into the country? She's delightful.
I agree. We definitely should not have banned her.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Anna, she was running from real evil, the Soviet Union, probably, based on what you were saying. Whereas these refugees are just running from ISIS.
Good point. Good point. So then we had David Harbour, who is one of the actors on Stranger Things, a Netflix series, which you should check out if you haven't already. It's awesome. And he said during his acceptance speech, "We will get past the lies, we will hunt monsters, and when we are lost amid the hypocrisy and casual violence, we will punch some people in the face when they seek to destroy the weak and the disenfranchised and the marginalized."
So that was my favorite speech. And one, he was super energized. We can't legally show you guys the speeches, but you should check it out. He was amped up, and he got the crowd all amped up on fighting for freedom, basically, in the American way. But that wasn't the best part of the speech. The best part was Winona Ryder's reactions. Throughout, she was like, there's something at least a little off with Winona Ryder. She is a strange, strange bird.
That's why she's perfect for Stranger Things.
Yes, she was,
Yes.
no question.
Yes. Julia Louis-Dreyfus also made some really, really great comments during her speech. She said, "My father fled religious persecution in Nazi-occupied France. I'm an American patriot, and I love this country, and because I love this country, I am horrified by its blemishes, and this immigrant ban is a blemish, and it is un-American."
God bless her. I love it.
Yep.
Some of the strongest fighters in America in favor of Muslims are Jewish Americans. Jewish community leaders organized a protest immediately as soon as the Muslim ban started in New York. And so this is the best of America, when we stick together and we rally for one another, as Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis are doing, as Julia Louis-Dreyfus is doing. And by the way, it's one thing when a Muslim does it, and it shouldn't be devalued at all, right, when they fight for themselves. But it gives them much more strength when others help them in that fight.
Right.
So that they can't easily be dismissed as, oh, you're self-interested. Of course, you don't want your family members banned just because you're, what, like everybody else, and you're an American and you want equal rights. That's not a thing that you can say you have self-interest in. I mean, yeah, we all have an interest in having all of our rights, but unfortunately, that kind of demagoguery sometimes does work. So when others step up and go, no, we're all in this together, and we're all going to fight together, it makes a huge difference.
It does, absolutely. And I just want to note that, when Nazis were persecuting Jewish individuals, public opinion here in the United States indicated that accepting them into the country as refugees was not a good thing. A lot of Americans did not want that to happen. So we've been on the wrong side of history when it comes to issues like this. Doesn't matter if it's Jewish individuals or Muslims. There are always going to be people in this country who are against those who are suffering in other countries. They do not want to allow them in.
Well, it famously happened with a ship that landed on the coast of Florida, went up the eastern coast trying to find anyone who would take them in, and they were refugees that were fleeing Nazi-occupied Europe, and we didn't. We said we're going to not allow them in until we figure out what's going on, and we sent them back. And by the way, at least a quarter of them were murdered by the Nazis. So there's a history of this, and that is not a history we should want to repeat. When people are coming to us and they've been vetted and we know who they are, and we have the toughest vetting process in the world here in America, and they want to run towards freedom, we should take them with open arms, because that's who we are. Fix the media, be the media. Come join us, tytnetwork.com/join.